You probably assume your hens see what you see. You walk to the coop, you scatter the feed, you open the gate, you say a few words, you go back inside. From your end, the visit was simple. A familiar routine, mostly the same as yesterday, mostly the same as it will be tomorrow. From their end, the visit was layered with information you did not realize you were giving. Most chicken keepers would be surprised to learn how specific the perception of a hen really is. Researchers studying domestic chickens over the last 20 years have documented a level of detail in their attention that does not match the picture most people carry of a chicken. Distracted, simple, food-driven. The real picture is closer to the opposite. They are precise observers of the small things you do not think anyone is noticing. Here is what nobody tells you. Your hens are noticing things about you that you have probably never noticed about yourself. It will change the way you look at every chicken in your yard. Welcome back. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, because what you're about to learn will change the way you look at every chicken in your yard. Today we're going to walk through 7 things your hens notice about you that you would never guess. What the science says about chicken perception. The small details they have built into their model of you, and the unexpected precision of the attention they are turning on you every time you arrive. Stay with me until the end, because the last point is the one most viewers never put together, and it changes how you understand the depth of attention living next door. Number 1. The color you are wearing. The first thing they notice is your color. Chickens are tetrachromatic. They have a 4th type of color receptor in the retina that humans do not have. They see ultraviolet wavelengths. They see fine color gradients we cannot. Researchers in vision science have documented that the chicken eye has higher color resolution in some respects than the human eye. When you put on a different jacket from the one you usually wear to the coop, your hens notice. When you change from a dark coat to a light one, your hens notice. The University of Bristol's welfare research has shown that hens can be temporarily disrupted by sudden changes in human clothing color, even when the human is the same person performing the same actions. Pay attention to that. They are not seeing you in the rough, low-resolution way you see them. They are seeing the whole color of your morning. Number 2. The specific bag or basket you are carrying. Hens read objects. Researchers have shown that domestic chickens distinguish between specific containers carried by specific humans and form anticipatory associations with each. The feed scoop has its own meaning. The egg basket has its own meaning. The carrying crate has its own meaning. The specific shopping bag you sometimes use when the regular one is in the wash also has a meaning the flock has worked out, even if you have never thought about it. When you arrive with an unfamiliar object in your hand, the flock reads it before they read you. They are running it through their catalogue, looking for a match. If there is no match, they slow down. They watch. They wait until you put the object down or use it. The object is information. Number 3. The angle of your head when you greet them. This one surprises most chicken keepers. Hens read the angle of a human head with surprising precision. Researchers studying body language perception in domestic chickens have shown that the birds discriminate between heads tilted toward them, heads tilted away, heads held high, and heads held low. And they assign different meanings to each. A head held slightly down toward them, eyes soft, is a different signal than a head held high and turned away. You probably tilt your head a particular way when you talk to your flock. You have done it for so long you do not notice. They have noticed. They have built that angle into the calm greeting category in their map of you. When you arrive distracted, looking at your phone, head turned aside, they notice the missing angle and respond to its absence. Number 4. The sound of the latch you use most often. Hens learn precise auditory cues. Researchers have documented that domestic chickens form associations between specific recurring sounds and specific outcomes, and the strength of those associations grows over time. The latch on your coop door has a particular sound. a small metallic click, or a slide, or a thunk. Your hens have memorized it. Stay with me here, because this one is going to feel remarkable. Researchers have noted that hens orient toward the precise sound of their keeper's coop latch faster than they orient toward the same sound played from a recording on the other side of the yard. They have, in some quiet way, learned not just the latch, but where the latch is, and they expect you to come from the right direction. Number 5, the smell of you. Chickens are not famous for their sense of smell, but their olfactory ability has been seriously underestimated for most of the 20th century. Recent research, including studies published in PLOS ONE and in the journal Animal Cognition, has shown that domestic chickens use olfactory cues more than was previously appreciated, and that they can discriminate between specific human scents under controlled conditions. If you wear the same jacket every morning, the jacket has a scent the flock recognizes. If you have just come from cooking, you carry a different scent. If you have visited another flock, you carry the scent of those birds, and your hens notice. The discrimination is not as fine as a dog's, but it is finer than most chicken keepers assume, and it is one more channel by which the flock builds its model of you. Number 6, your absence at a particular time. Hens build expectations around your routine, and one of the strongest pieces of information they hold is when you are usually with them. Researchers have shown that when a regularly scheduled human visit is missed, the flock displays measurable behavioral changes. Increased restlessness, more frequent contact calls, longer periods of head-up vigilance. In other words, the flock notices when you are not there. They notice the morning visit that did not happen by the time it usually happens. They notice the evening closing that came late. They are not pining. They are simply registering an event in their calendar that did not occur. The University of Bristol's welfare research has documented this precisely. You are an expected feature of their day, and your absence is information. Number 7, the mood you are in. This is the one most people never put together. Hens read emotional states. The work of Joanne Edgar at the University of Bristol on emotional contagion in mother hens has been extended in subsequent studies to show that domestic chickens respond differently to humans depending on the emotional state of those humans, even when the actions performed are identical. Your tiredness has a shape. Your tension has a shape. Your distraction has a shape. Your calm has a shape. The flock reads these shapes and responds. They are quieter when you are tense. They are calmer when you are calm. They are more attentive when you are distracted. They have built a profile of your emotional weather over time, and they update it every visit. The Cherokee, the Norse, and the Egyptians all said something about hens, that they read the temperature of a household, that they know when something is wrong, that they sense what their keeper carries in. None of that folklore was invented out of nothing. It was generations of patient human observation, seeing what cognitive science has only confirmed in the last 20 years. A hen is capable of noticing the small information you carry on your body. A hen is capable, in her quiet, persistent way, of seeing you more completely than you see yourself. I am not going to tell you that the noticing is the same kind of attention a person gives another person. Science simply hasn't finished asking about that. But I am going to tell you that the noticing is real. You are not alone in feeling that way. Don't explain it away. The yard you look at out your window is not a passive scene. It is a place where, every time you arrive, a quiet and surprisingly precise group of observers is reading your color, your container, your head angle, your latch, your scent, your timing, and your mood. You have been read more carefully than you knew, and the readers do not need anyone to tell them what they have seen. They simply use the information to be themselves more accurately around you. You have been living next to a kind of attention like that for years, without knowing the full shape of it. Now you know. Tell me in the comments, has there been a moment when your flock seemed to know something about you that no one else had noticed? I read every one. Some of the stories this community has shared have stayed with me long after I read them. I'll see you in the next one.